A very good evening once again. Welcome to our second edition of News Tonight. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni, our sign language interpreter. Ministry of Internal Affairs has cautioned the public over online predators that leverage on digitalization to exploit the naive population. The National Coordination Office for Prevention of Trafficking in Persons has reported an increase in trafficking cases that are attributed to online activities.
The National Coordination Office for Prevention of Trafficking in Persons has registered 3,259 cases of human trafficking with 4,965 victims in the past year since June 2023. Of these victims, 79.72% are children and 20.28% are adults.
And it calls for concerted efforts, especially now that it involves so many of our children in it. Whereas the adult victims are about 452.
Online human trafficking has been cited as the most common form of trafficking today, with majority of the victims being scammed and exploited in various forms on social media by scammers. 93.4% of the trafficking of persons cases are domestic and 6.6% are international cases.
And where it involves both, someone is trafficked and they happen to be used sexually, but at the same time, they're also used for other forms of labor. In exploitation, it is catered for by 144.
The public is cautioned against fantasizing with online romantic episodes, as this exposes them to digital trafficking that could result into sex trafficking and exploitation.
I'm sure many of us have seen or received these messages telling us how we can work at our convenience and earn so much money while doing other jobs. Even you people of the media, some of you may have received this information telling you that you can do your work as a media personality or any other job, but at the same time online, you work for a certain company and earn $100 per day, for instance, or $1,000 per month. Yes, these people are scamming you.
Parents and guardians are also advised to be vigilant while exposing children to digital platforms and gadgets, as these make them susceptible to online predators.
You're losing money because of online dating. Mind you, most of these people, on the other hand, are not necessarily, they're not interested in you. They're interested in your money. And you'll find that the person you think you're dating may even be of your same gender, and you're interested in a different person, yet the profile picture speaks of something else.
The labor externalization companies have been urged to comply with the contractual obligations of the Ministry of Internal Affairs to ensure safety of migrant workers.
The newly appointed Kyambogo University Council members have been sworn in. At the event, Justice Lawrence Tweyanze called for public servants to exhibit high level of integrity while pursuing their statutory mandates.
The 17 members of the 6th Kyambogo University Council includes the current Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Eli Katunguka Rajishaya, Justus Twetegeka, the current University Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Finance and Administration, Dr. Monica Chinita, and Engineer Dr. Christopher Ibalu.
I, Eli Katunguka Rajishaya, a representative of the University Management on the Kyambogo University Council,
do solemnly swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal any matter to any person which shall be brought under my consideration.
I shall fulfill my duties as a member of the Council with honesty and integrity.
While presiding over the swearing-in ceremony, Justice Lawrence Tweyanze advised them to observe integrity and accountability in public service.
It will require a lot of commitment. Working up to 8 p.m. because it will require you to work beyond that time. It will require a lot of commitment. And that will go along with a lot of sacrifice because it's service. So it will need commitment and sacrifice.
The Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Eli Katunguka, said the new council will focus on amending the students' management, especially election of guild leaders.
Going forward, we'll form committees. Council has a number of committees. Management is going to propose how these committees can be merged so that we get effective participation and also quick decision making arising out of the council members.
The council is supposed to be comprised of 24 members. However, the remaining 5 positions are filled by council members upon assuming office. Komagum Rogers and Abdul Nasir Luwama for UBC.
Stiff competition has emerged in Uganda National Association for Builders, Suppliers and Engineering Contractors bid for presidency. The race is between 2 contestants, among whom Kiara Binta Nkuranga, a member of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators with a bias in construction disputes, is the only female. Nkuranga told UBC that as a construction law advocacy member, her choice to lead the association for another 3 years term stems from the need for passionate advocacy.
Like Africa as a whole, still has a lot of growth and development to do in the infrastructure sector. And I believe that Africa and Uganda in particular is the next big thing in infrastructure development. That is why a lot of eyes are now on Africa to see how we can progress in our infrastructure. But of course, infrastructure is also directly related to development, which means that government becomes a big stakeholder, and government policy plays a big role in how the infrastructure and construction sector plays out and how it pans out. So that is why lobbying and advocacy becomes a very big deal in our work as UNAPSEC. And therefore, in my term of office, I intend to cultivate a good culture of collaboration between the association and the relevant stakeholders in government and even in private sector. The other side of disasters, of course, are man-made disasters. We talked of the natural disasters, but we've had incidents in Kampala in Uganda where buildings collapse, and many times they want to blame engineers, they want to blame the contractors. But what we pride in as UNAPSEC is that we have genuine contractors. We have genuine service providers, whether they be suppliers or manufacturers. Our pride is that we have genuine people. They've gone through a process of vetting by the association, and they are properly registered by the necessary bodies that approve them to be in the construction sector. So our members have never been implicated in those man-made disasters. So that is why I encourage members I stand for passionate advocacy, membership empowerment, and bold innovations. These 3 points are aligned to our objectives as an association, of which our 5 objectives as an association is building stronger governance, building stronger membership collaborations, building stronger resource availabilities for the association, and finally, lobbying and advocacy.
The Uganda Association of Women Lawyers, FIDA-U, has appealed to government to prioritize the marriage and divorce bill and finalize the National Legal Aid Bill, which will ensure gender equality. With the legacy of advocacy and empowerment, Miriam Matembe calls for collective action.
FIDA Uganda is calling for renewed efforts in advancing women's rights as it marks the 50th anniversary. Speaking ahead of the celebrations, the Uganda Association of Women Lawyers appealed to government to expedite the marriage and divorce bill and finalize the National Legal Aid Bill to strengthen legal protection for women.
Request the government of Uganda that it is timely, the time is now, that we pass the marriage and divorce bill. The time is now where we pass the National Legal Aid Bill so that we're able to protect very many women, children and families out there, even men. These bills protect everyone, and they'll also benefit FIDA because we'll be able to support most communities to access justice and families, because they'll protect many women, especially those women that have been cohabiting women that have been thinking they're in marriages, yet they are not married.
FIDA Uganda also calls upon men to join the movement for gender equality.
Every man has at least four women in their lives. So when FIDA is struggling, all this work it is telling you it has been doing towards the legal aid to a woman, that woman may be your sister, that woman may be your mother.
Veteran women's rights advocate Miriam Atembe called for collective action in fighting for women's rights.
When NRM came to power here, FIDA, that was the revival and restoration and rebeginning of FIDA.
Under the advocacy for justice and equality, FIDA Uganda reaffirms commitment to creating a society where women are empowered and their rights are protected.
I want to capture or summarize all that they are saying, that for these 50 years, particularly like 40, the extent of activism is that FIDA all these years, its work has contributed immensely to the whole cause or principle of gender equality and women's empowerment.
HIV/AIDS victims have called upon Ugandans to avoid habits that may lead to infections. The executive director of the Rubaga Community Home-Based Care Organization, Maxensia Tachirambule, a victim of AIDS too, shared the trauma she endured when she first tested positive with HIV/AIDS. She urged Ugandans to take precautions and stay safe, emphasizing that HIV/AIDS and caregiving comes with significant challenges. Recently, 2024 estimates show that the national HIV prevalence is at 5.1%. New infections have decreased from 83,000 in 2010 to 38,000. AIDS-related deaths have decreased from 53,000 to 19,000, and the number of babies born with HIV and AIDS have reduced from 30,000 to 4,700 in just over a decade. However, this should not lead to complacency, as HIV and AIDS still remains a serious issue. Many Ugandans perceive the scourge as a manageable disease, but for those living with it, the reality is much different. Tachirambule, who lives with HIV and AIDS, explained that living with the disease and relying on medication for life is a traumatic experience.
You don't know what it means getting a positive result. I always tell people, don't just take these things for granted. That complacence, that there is medicine, there is this. My dear friends, listen to taking medication for the rest of your life is a challenge. Test it and they're giving you a positive result. If you're not strong enough, you can even commit suicide. It's a terrific kind of situation. So, even the after effects, because at that time, doctors will tell us, you will die soon. Married couples who are going drinking around and sleeping around with men, HIV is still here with us and it is rising up again and again. Don't just convince yourself that Maxensia took the medication and she lived. We have different chances. Whatever you have to do in this world is just stay safe. Don't engage into those risky behaviors that are going to cause you to get infected, because even the medication itself is the reason I'm in a wheelchair. I got into this wheelchair because I lost calcium because of the TDF medication that I was on. May we see those policies removed from the shelves where they are and come to address our issues effectively.
Have any social protection for us as caregivers. We care for others, but there is nobody who cares for us.
A commissioner for teacher education, training and development at the Ministry of Education, Joseph Chikomeko, says that all teachers' diplomas and qualifications are properly registered and recognized. He made the remarks at the 5th graduation of Luigi Gisani Institute of Higher Education in Kampala.
Intensifying teachers' diplomas and qualifications will standardize and elevate professional teaching credentials across the country. A commissioner at the Ministry of Education and Sports, Joseph Chikomeko, says the collaboration is driving improved educational outcomes and broadening opportunities for educators.
The philosophy that we emphasize that every learner should get out of the class when they know who they are and when they are able to support others to know who they are and to express that understanding in meaningful ways. We emphasize the values of respect, self-awareness, human dignity, responsibility, and authenticity. This is what makes us provide a unique type of education where our students are discoverers of knowledge and co-creators of knowledge in a number of ways.
A progressive early childhood care and education policy is in development to address sector challenges.
We are still working out the modalities of how you will do registration online. Even the manual one was halted, but you are trying to work on it such that you register online. We are not forgetting you. We appreciate, we know you do the best. You are better than the professors of the universities. The university professor, what does he do? Apart from telling people go and read here. But now here, you are trying to organize a child.
Educations at Luigi Gisani Institute of Higher Education, Michael Kabanda Nganda, urged graduates to inspire growth and self-discovery.
One of the challenges as a teacher is that you have students of all categories. They are the fast learners, they are the slow learners, there are the stubborn ones, all categories. They are the girls, they are the boys.
Parliament is currently formalizing a teacher policy that mandates upgrading qualifications to degree levels within 10 years.
Luigi Gisani Institute of Higher Education is an innovative learning space. Innovative because we don't just develop a curriculum and deliver it. We develop a curriculum, we deliver that curriculum, but we also go further into research, into best practices, into different models and approaches that help us to nurture a teacher that is able to respond to the needs that are in the classroom.
Sudat Kaye.
The government's directive to make science subjects compulsory at the secondary school level has increased the number of students pursuing science-related courses. The trend has been highlighted by the Ugandan Nurses and Midwifery Examination Board as it oversees the end-of-year examinations.
Over 59,000 candidates at diploma and certificate levels have commenced end-of-year nursing and midwifery examinations. The exams are conducted in 129 examination centers, drawing candidates from 145 training institutions across the country.
The examinations have started very well, and there's a lot of security and very good deployment has been done in terms of UPDF and in terms of police, and also our examiners who are involved in this exam. So far, so good.
Of the total candidates, over 9,160 are pursuing diplomas, while 50,000 are certificate candidates. At several training schools, including Mengo School of Nursing and Midwifery, Lubaga School of Nursing and Midwifery, and Imlago School of Nursing and Midwifery exams were in progress.
And I'm confident that they will do it very well. Together with my tutors, we have prepared them very well. We made sure that we covered the curriculum in time.
This semester registered 1,065 students. It has been quite hectic preparing these students, especially in an era where the resources are not enough, including the human resources and also the money, the tuition, and students are challenged because of the tuition, clearing tuition fees. But despite the challenges, we've been able to, walk through the journey And now here we are, and the students have now started their exams.
UNIMEP Executive Secretary Helen Mokakari Sakataratambi commended stakeholders in ensuring smooth examinations.
It's not an easy process. Right now, as soon as we finish releasing these exams, then we start on the next coming finance series. So I would like to thank all those people who participate genuinely, and we pray that God blesses them.
UNIMEP Communications Officer told UBC that government's push for compulsory science education at the secondary level, there is a steady increase in the number of nursing and midwifery candidates.
The number of institutions are also increasing. The number of students graduating or passing on from senior 4 are also increasing, and they are preferring the TVET programs. You see a preference of TVET programs due to the universal secondary education. So many people are now in school, and when they finish their S4, they prefer to get skills. So nursing is one of the programs where they are able to get skills and become employed after 2 years. The male students are increasing. We are noticing that they are increasing, especially in programs, the nursing care programs, but not increasing in midwifery programs.
The exams commenced with theory papers and practical sessions will begin on December 9th, 2024 and will end on December the 13th, 2024. Jethro Kasaiji, Tone Sednaburia for UB.
Uganda Police, in collaboration with Watu Uganda, has launched a motorcycle training school to address road safety. Watu Shule will provide accessible, high-quality motorcycle training and enhance road safety.
To see the launch of the school that aims at training riders in our country. For us as traffic police, whatever really comes on board and wants to provide solutions to road users, more especially riders, we much so welcome it, because among the challenges that we have with road safety, you notice that motorcyclists will always make up a huge percentage every time we are talking about these crashes. According to our 2023 statistics, every day we are losing around 5 riders. I mean 5 people on motorcycles, who included the riders and the passengers.
Today, we're very excited as Watu to be launching yet another Watu product to our very valued customers, and this is the Watu Shule. So Watu Shule, basically, in a nutshell, is our riding school, which offers riding classes in terms of traffic rules, traffic regulations, but also most importantly provides the service of affording a driving permit to a successful student after the instruction to be able to be fully documented and compliant with the road safety of Uganda. The idea is we saw a gap in the industry where a lot of our riders, many of our friends, family who use these borders as a form of transport or business are not fully covered in terms of understanding of the regulation on the road, understanding of the requirements from a regulator like police.
All efforts by every sector player and stakeholder, such as Watu Shule, us as a ministry, we know that road safety is a collective responsibility.
We thank you for watching. Let's take a short break. Keep it with us.
To be a winner, it requires that you exceed all the limits of mankind and womankind. But when you play with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone, and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations! Your stomach is full, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Tuliko groundi, Plascon, paint and win. Yes, yeah, Plascon, paint and win. Tuliko groundi. Chicho, buy paint worth 100K. Get a scratch card, SMS the code to 71197. Stand a chance to win instant airtime, 1 million shillings bully day there, or a share of a 3 million shillings jackpot each week. What do you want the brand new bodas, tuk-tuks, and so much more? Catch the paint and win action every Monday on Bukede One, NBS, and Sanyuka TV. Plascon, color your world.
In Uganda, children living with HIV confront a multitude of challenges, including mental health struggles and limited economic support. To tackle these issues, the Transcultural Psychosocial Organization, with funding from USAID, has launched an outreach program aiming at delivering vital awareness and services to the most vulnerable populations.
In Kalangala district, 626 of the children living with HIV/AIDS know their status, which is 78%, while 250 of the children who know their status are on antiretroviral treatment.
Only that HIV is not transmitted by being near someone who has HIV. Yes. So the stigma is reducing, and actually those children have friends. They have friends, they are not segregated. We have not seen such issues. What we need to support them with is to help them feel that they are an important person as the other children.
Meanwhile, 214 have suppressed viral loads, which represent 87%. Some of these children living with HIV confront a multitude of challenges, including mental health struggles and limited support.
Keeping children safe, healthy and safe project is changing lives true to our vision. We have visited communities that have been impacted by this project, and we are just at Bwendero Health Center 3, where we have had testimonies of children who either had no access to care, they have received care, and their lives have been transformed.
In Masaka district, 1,998 children living with HIV/AIDS know their status. 403 are on antiretroviral treatment, while 338 have suppressed viral loads.
The project is achieving milestones for this community, and that we hope that the gains are sustainable. One way of ensuring sustainability is through the use of the caregivers who are members of this community, who will stay with these orphans and vulnerable children and see them through life, even beyond the project life.
Activity of seeing children have a better life, of supporting children suppress, of supporting children to attain their goals in life.
USAID and Transcultural Psychosocial Organization TPO has made remarkable progress in supporting children living with HIV across various districts in Uganda.
Uganda is a very valid partner, without whom perhaps some of the transformation that we are having in Kalangala district would have not been achieved. So we are coming with some recommendations at the end of this, which are aimed at even further improving the way that we work.
Haruna Ntesasira, UBC News.
Actually, leaders through the Rako Pako movement are encouraging their community to embark on commercial growing of coffee in order to foster economic transformation. Set to embark on agriculture, particularly introducing coffee as a cash crop for economic transformation for the Acholi people.
Rebuilding Peace movement speaks to advocacy for restoration of education, culture, economy and social services after the impact of the 20 years armed conflict in the Acholi sub-region.
The basis of the economy of the Acholi sub-region, the twin industry of crops and livestock, was utterly destroyed. This has driven our people into a state of resignation to fate, total loss, as evidence, as manifestation of the calamity that has befallen us. Actually, it's at the bottom of the education ladder, at the bottom on the ground. What is happening in Acholi land now is an amazing revival movement.
The Chief Justice Alphonse Owindolo emphasized the need for economic transformation through coffee growing in the region.
Now we are saying we are not going to compel anybody to grow coffee, but we will still compel them. We'll compel them, but not by force, by what they are going to see. That their neighbor, somebody in their local setting, has grown a quarter acre of coffee and has earned a lot more than a full acre of cotton. Then people will really rush to grow coffee.
He added that greed for land continues to antagonize the region due to the high levels of poverty.
Why? The only wealth, the only source of income, the only socioeconomic security we have is the land. So if you want my land, which is the size of your footprint, we're going to fight about it.
The members concur that the restoration of Acholi sub-region will take patience and diligent commitment of people of goodwill.
The people of Acholi sub-region to be united for a common purpose, unity for the purpose of achieving what has been started, for a common goal and the objective to be strived.
Kayen Faith, Dan Lugemwa for UBC.
A visiting preacher, Ivan Lumala, has cautioned Ugandans against conformity, but rather transformation of Uganda if the country is to progress socially, economically, and politically.
As we change our mind, we are going to change our level. As we transform our mind.
The 15th annual gathering of Nations Bible Believers International Conference has started at Caring Heart Victory Community Church on Kagula Hill, Wakiso District.
Have an encounter with God. Kuwa na mkutaniko wa Mungu na Mungu. Enda kubanga kuumula na yeye uje wano sisika na katonda na kuzilifuna nazoka. Let people see you that something has changed. You have encountered God.
Its first day has been graced by American-based pastor Ivan Lumala, who spoke transformation and not conformity as the only avenue to rid Ugandans of vices like corruption.
As Christians, every situation that we are in, however challenging, whether it's a situation where there is corruption or just an illness, every one of those situations is an opportunity for us to see the hand of God and the power of God manifest. And if we shortcut that process and we do not trust God to see that happen, we lose the opportunity to see God's hand.
Seattle-based pastor Lumala is a lucky Ugandan who has worked with technology giants Microsoft for 25 years, also offering counsel to Uganda's youth.
For any young person, whatever you are studying, whether it's medicine, business, whatever it is, my encouragement for you would be figure out a way to introduce or to learn IT or technology as part of that discipline, because IT is now similar to what we used to think about as math or communication skills. It's everywhere, it's pervasive. And so to the extent that you can integrate it in your own area of study, it will help you move forward, it will make you more effective in what you do, so I encourage you to do that.
Caring Heart Victory Community Church lead pastor Paul Musisi talked the history of the church that many had written off and called for fully devotion and dedication to God.
We came here 15 years ago.
Tulikuja hapa miaka 15 iliyopita.
There was nothing, no neighborhood.
Tulikuja hapa hakukuwa na chochote kile, hapakuwa hata na majirani.
There were ghost snakes.
The 15th annual Gathering of Nations has attracted believers from several countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, and South Sudan. Its theme is drawn from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 to 24, which instructs people to put off their old selves, be renewed in their meeting ends, and put on the new stuff. And by putting off your old self in Ephesians is to discard one's former nature and way of life, which is corrupted by lusts and deceitful desires. During its duration, the conference will be a learning experience for believers who will be educated not only about ministry, but also development ideas.
Leaders in Karamoja want Iron Sheets beneficiaries to be supported to construct houses. This comes after many beneficiaries have failed to build houses due to lack of money to buy nails, timber, cement, and other materials.
In the financial year 2021-2022, Ministry of Karamoja Affairs received supplementary budget of 39.7 billion to empower reformed warriors and those who were supporting disarmament. 15 beneficiaries were to be identified per parish, and they were to benefit by receiving goats or iron sheets in order to help them to settle or to improve their livelihoods. In September last year, government through the Ministry of Karamoja Affairs started distributing iron sheets to reformed warriors and vulnerable people across the 9 districts of Karamoja communities. 26 iron sheets were given to 7 beneficiaries per parish. Most beneficiaries, especially in Moroto, Kotido, have not utilized the iron sheets.
I don't want to lie to you. The Karashunas have not yet started constructing houses using those iron sheets, but they are keeping them. I can say with confidence, they have not sold them, they are keeping them.
This is in contrast with Kabong, Nabilatuk districts, where some beneficiaries have built houses.
For Kabong in particular, the beneficiaries have started constructing houses using these iron sheets. You go to a sub-county, I've been to Kakamari sub-county in Kabong district. I've seen about six houses put up using those iron sheets. I have been to Kabong East, I've been to Lodiko, Lobonya sub-counties, and other sub-counties. People have started building. However, when I asked a number of the beneficiaries why they have not built houses using these iron sheets. Although I've seen some already constructing those houses, at least I've visited about 6 people who have constructed the houses, though with challenges though.
There were registered cases of some beneficiaries in Moroto, Nakapilprit districts.
Who received iron sheets right now, even if we go on the ground, most of the people who got the iron sheets sold the iron sheets. Some people were selling iron sheets at 20,000, 25,000, 30,000. And right now, as you go, even if you go to the ground, you will never get any house built with those iron sheets. Good enough, those iron sheets have colored.
They don't have the capacity to. Initially, we are selected using our parishes and GISOs. 7 people per parish, whom we thought were capable of handling iron sheets. But of course, there was some interference by the Kampala-based politicians. When some of them came, they tried to amend our lists, and they included some people, removed others.
The iron sheets to the community members, but the challenge was the iron sheets were given to a category of individuals who could not meet other expenses. And I think this is now the reason as to why most iron sheets are still in the houses of the beneficiaries, because they could not afford first to get money for labor, neither could they get money for other materials.
They got the iron sheets. Most of them were businessmen. Most of them were elders. So the youth themselves who are supposed to benefit from the iron sheets did not benefit.
However, the Karamoja leaders are optimistic that with the bumper harvest of this year, many people will be able to utilize the iron sheets for house construction.
Or this harvest, they're going to sell some and use it to build the houses. So they have promised that during the dry season period, we should be able to see a number of people putting up houses using these iron sheets, because this is what they have promised.
They want to realize an harvest of this year. They see how to sell their produce to get some money to buy other materials. Of course, iron sheets alone cannot be enough.
Whereas some leaders lobby for government to support their people to construct houses, concerns have been raised about some sub-counties missing out on the Mabati bonanza.
What they are lacking is their lower base. Those who are able now to get wood, like the opinion leaders whom we included in the list, some women have constructed and also men among the opinion leaders, but the youth are grappling, they are struggling because they don't have money for buying poles and for getting labor and for buying nails.
Some Karakunas who continue to voluntarily surrender their guns hope to benefit too from the empowerment programs. In the empowerment program, 97,552 iron sheets were given to 3,752 reformed warriors and vulnerable people across the 9 districts of Karamoja sub-region. However, more than 400 identified beneficiaries are yet to receive the iron sheets. I'm Navka Farida and Morenig.
Stop breathing. To be a winner, you must breathe only when necessary. Breathing is for losers. What is that? Did I give you permission to sweat? You can sweat in your free time. Push the arms straight. Winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Amazina ganje inyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco induga mu district ya Rukungiri nyo muhanguzi wa miliyoni 16 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire urwo mu kuzana *278# ngafuna message erikweka nyo muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo neri yafere sente ziriyo zona bakazitekamo ko nazihangwire.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
MTN Uganda has unveiled the MTN Prestige Loyalty Program tailored for its high-value customers.
As part of MTN's commitment to elevate customer experiences, the revamped loyalty program offers premium benefits that go beyond the telecom sector and into lifestyle, well-being and travel.
MTN has been in Uganda for the past 26 years, and during this time we have built up a considerable customer base, and over the past couple of years we've been thinking of how can we show more appreciation to our loyal customer base, and we've been working on a few things. And so today I'm very pleased to be able to announce the launch of a new loyalty program for customers, and it's called MTN Prestige.
MTN Prestige members will enjoy treatment at all MTN points along with access to exclusive offers, discounts on devices and a priority customer support.
How Prestige really works is you're able to accumulate your points. You
buy airtime, you buy data, and these points are accumulated. We are also adding the element of lifestyle where we've onboarded the different partners that now give you these additional discounts and experiences. Prestige is purely experiential, so you get to have a feel of what being an MTN high-value customer is all about.
The launch of this program that will enable customers redeem loyalty points for mobile money was graced by former Uganda Investment Authority boss Maggie Kigozi.
So yes, MTN, thank you so much. I look forward to benefiting from all of these prestige. I'm also happy that my friends who will be receiving this are not the traditional prestige customers. The traditional ones are those big bank accounts, they are the big businesses. But here we're going to have our TikTokers, we're going to have our lifestyle people. It's much more interesting.
The launch of the Prestige program underscores MTN's commitment on shared value and an inclusive and sustainable future by offering enhanced digital and financial services to customers.
Minister for Kampala Hajat Minsa Kabanda has warned individuals illegally acquiring stalls in the Busega market through bribes. This was during a meeting with leaders at the various levels, including the resident city commissioner, Kampala councillors and market management representatives at the Busega market.
It is 4 days since roadside vendors around Busega were evicted and relocated to newly constructed government market, but traders have raised concern over individuals acquiring more than one stall. Minister for Kampala Aisha Kabanda warned those who had obtained stalls through corrupt means to reclaim their money.
We opened it the other week, but up now people still complaining. They said they paid money to KCCA, they paid money to the leaders of the market, but for us we don't agree with that. It's one stall per person and they should not pay any money, it's free of charge. So if you paid money to anybody, kindly go and find out whom you paid money and how you got that paper, then they refund your money. Otherwise it's free of charge and you're not going to sell any stall.
The minister also appointed a committee chaired by Deputy RCC, Serade and Chitata to ensure the presidential directive on equitable allocation of stalls is implemented.
The RCC who was in charge of this thing and the chairman NRM of this area, but today I've left the councillors of this area and the chairman NRM and the assistant RCC to continue with the work they've been doing and the other teams to make sure everything is smooth.
I was appointed here by Minister Kampala to see that this exercise of allocating vendors, we make it in a humble way, and whoever feels that he paid some money on these stalls, kindly just go to that person who you paid to, but you are not going to agree to give out those stalls to those people who paid, because this government of Uganda built this market for these vendors not to pay any single coin.
RCC Jena Simwe Muhindo assured the public that measures are being taken to ensure transparency and accountability in the market operations.
Also encourage that Ugandans be more serious, they should not be taken advantage of, they should avoid such things, and also not to aid crime by doing things that are not supposed to be done. It is improper for you to go and spend money when you know that this is a government facility and it is for free.
I'm Nafka Farida and Mike Bakablindi.
Government has started training teachers on financial literacy as they start to utilize the Uganda shillings 20 billion allocated to their teachers' circle.
Ruchiga County MP Roland Yomujenyi tipped teachers on financial discipline and transparency in managing savings to ensure sustainable growth.
Circle, which will go a long way in helping the teachers to boost their incomes. But also, I advised them to be disciplined in the way they manage their finances and to do self-accounting, to do accountability, but by themselves.
The chairperson of the Uganda Liberal Teachers Union, Ulitu, Evans Tumwesasiri Kaganizo, highlighted adopting digital tools in education to support this effort Teachers have been equipped with smartphones and data to enhance research and professional development.
We have also equipped them with smartphones. We want these teachers to go and monitor these projects. We are also monitoring them. So we use these phones to monitor how they are performing. We have WhatsApp platforms where each member is on such platforms. We're also going to provide them with data.
The 4-day training emphasized financial literacy and innovation, equipping teachers with the skills needed for personal and professional growth.
It's been about equipping the teachers, especially this volunteer team, with about 3 tasks they are supposed to perform. One, equip them with knowledge and skills to defend and manage the SACCO money, because our SACCO is generating a lot of capital, right out from the teachers, but also we have also received a grant from His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda of 6.66 billion, which we have shared among from the 3 SACCOs money that was given to us, which was the tune of 20 billion. Now we want these teachers to defend their fund and their funds, because they can't defend it when they are not trained, when they are not equipped with the skills.
With union-led initiatives, teachers in Uganda will improve their livelihoods and embrace new opportunities for economic growth and development. Monica Mukachimenyi, UBC News.
Government, through the Uganda Energy Credit Capitalization Company, has introduced the price subsidy program to enable public access various clean and modern energy solutions at a significant price discount.
I have Lilian Akulo here.
The price subsidy program will address the affordability barrier associated with the upfront cost of acquiring clean energy technologies by households and enterprises.
Change the way that you are cooking. This charcoal is not going to be sustainable for us. We don't have the forest cover to support that sustainably. And I'm sure you are also feeling the pinch. It's becoming more expensive. There are also bans to do with charcoal. In some areas in Uganda, wood is a source of conflict.
Ugandans will benefit from price discounts for eligible energy technologies such as grid solar systems for lighting, charging, as well as clean cooking technologies.
So for off-grid solar specifically, we are discounting prices for the micro products. The lantern, which is supposed to make sure that we eliminate kerosene completely from our households, is being dropped. The price is being dropped by 60%.
Uganda Energy Credit Capitalization is partnering with 67 energy service companies that use market-based approaches to deliver the price discounts to both Ugandans and refugees.
But more importantly, we are also making use of these energy service companies to go beyond the lighting and charging challenge, and to say that for our population, which is in the agribusiness sector of this country, you know that most of our people in Uganda live in the rural areas and they derive their livelihood from agriculture. And so, because the seasonalities has changed, the seasons have changed, we want to be able to support through irrigation and water pumping.
This project is expected to significantly contribute to socio-economic transformation and improved livelihood across the country. Winnie Ainembabaz Katwire and Kalisha Stephen for UBC.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja Luo segment. Learn about the famous legend of Jipiri and Labongo and how the Alur, Acholi, Jonam and Japadola Jaluo emerged.
The Luo are basically Nilotic.
We are believed to have come from Baragazelle in the Sudan.
When this colonialism came,
Rorawich saved the life of men actually.
Fought fiercely. Which was imprisoned here on that hill, Kololo.
Awij remained the greatest hero in Acholi.
Premiering in Gulu City at Boma Hotel on Sunday 8th December 2024. Gates open at 4:30 p.m. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko pamoja?
The 2024 Prestige Cup Chess Tournament has climaxed with action at Caltech Academy in Makerere.
The country's creme de la creme chess players, especially among the youth, have contested the 2024 Prestige Cup Chess Tournament at Caltech Academy in Makerere. The one-day event organized by Brand Chess Life Academy attracted close to 250 players.
It is a real good, great improvement because the event is aimed to push players beyond the rating of 1800, and which we are seeing because even when you win it today, you are not... many times your rating will exceed the 1800 and yet our cup is under 1800. So we are having different winners for this event every year.
It was contested in several categories including under 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18 plus the U1800 in both genders.
Today I came for the Prestige Cup under 1800 Rapid Chess Tournament. And I played in under 10 and under 8. So playing new people was very good. And I got 7 points out of 8. I drew 2 games and won the rest.
In the ladies category, Sohana Anil won the under 12 category. Julieta Saba defeated all in the under 14 and Hailey Neo Michelle bettered all under 16s. Mary Kevin Dagire was the best in the under 18 category and took home a medal, trophy and television set.
I have a goal, a very big goal. At some point I didn't believe I could do it. I didn't believe I could get somewhere big. But I want to become a grandmaster, not a woman grandmaster, but a grandmaster. If some of you know that difference.
In the open category, Prince Charles Lubogo was the best and took a medal, trophy and television set with others like Kirian Alpesh, Crescent Mwanguzi, Isaac Tendo Serwada and Osborne Tulinaye also rewarded. In the Prestige Cup under 8 and 10 Rapid Chess Tournament, Rodney Katunje beat the under 10s while Kaguda Mwesgwa Aaron edged the under 8s, best male and female players. The Prestige Cup is a Brand Chess Life Academy tournament, its 5th edition having started in 2017, although it missed in COVID years and resumed in 2023.
After a year of golf engagements, the 2024 Serena 63 Golf Series climaxed on Saturday at the Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa in Chigo.
The Director of Human Resource at National Water and Sewage Corporation, Eunice Alanyo, says the organization employs over 33% female staff and is committed to providing water services while ensuring the well-being of all individuals, regardless of their HIV status.
Our total workforce, we have about 4,600 employees, of which 33% are female. Policy. And our policy is clear. Among others is we do not discriminate people. As in when we are doing recruitments, we do not discriminate us and say if you have HIV/AIDS, we do not what? We do not employ you. We don't have that as administration. We ensure confidentiality when handling issues to do with staff health at the workplace. We also do HIV counseling and testing within the workplace. And we ensure promotion of prevention, treatment.
Serena. The 2024 Serena 63 Golf Series that was sponsored by I&M Bank and organized by Serena Hotels teed off in April. The series awards sessions were hosted quarterly with the 70 golfers taking part till the climax of the series during the latest outing at Lake Victoria Golf Resort and Spa in Chigo. As the second edition concluded, residential golfer David Plender Leith
who has been playing golf for 63 years, emerged as the overall champion of the 63 series, securing first place with a total score of 1,577 points across 45 rounds, averaging 35.5 points per round. Plenda Leith was awarded a one-year free subscription to Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa.
It was particularly hard. The opposition were very good, and I got lucky. To be honest, I haven't had a good year, but perseverance, you keep trying, you keep practicing, and these are the rewards.
It was a day of golf and evening of celebration of excellence at the 19th hole. Second overall golfer Duncan Kagwa got an all expenses paid two-night stay for two at Mombasa Serena Beach Resort, with third-placed Honorable Biabagambi also reserved the same honor.
So it has been a long journey, and I'm an old man. It's the only game which can keep me fit.
Fourth placed Jadu Patel got a two-night stay for 4 at Nairobi Serena Hotel. Fifth and sixth placed Joanita Karamagi and Katik Halai will also visit either Nairobi, Mombasa or Kigali Serena hotels. Gloria Nanyonga and Katie Kabenge, who finished 7th and 8th, were rewarded Sunday lunch and rounds of golf at Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa. I&M Bank committed support to this golf series that has grown by leaps and bounds and is playing a key influence of most golfers in the country.
So we are back now, we are partners, we have new partners, we have KK, we have developers, so we are back to the drawing board. How do we give our members an experience that's going to run through the year and not wear them out, not become, monotonous. We need to be giving members something new every month to keep them coming, playing the game of golf. So you will be seeing quite a lot by the time we launch season 3, 2025. We're going to have a whole new different twist.
The final day of the Serena 63 Golf Series was spiced by immaculate golf from the over 100 players who were topped by Henry Chibuka. In the subsidiary 63 Series players category, Philip Motebi emerged victorious with a net score of 23 points.
I started really strong, started really well. The weather was very good in the morning, and I guess I benefited from that as well. At the end, it was a bit harder. I was a bit tired finishing out the holes, but we started well, finished strong, and luckily we were able to win.
In the subsidiary guests category, Eric Nyogesa bettered others to win golf merchandise from Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa.
Take you to our story where National Water and Sewage Corporation has partnered with the Aviators Run initiative to combat HIV and AIDS among expectant mothers.
National Water and Sewage Corporation Eunice Alanyo says the organization employs over 33% female staff and is committed to providing water services while ensuring the well-being of all individuals regardless of their HIV status.
Our total workforce, we have about 4,600 employees, of which 33% are female. Heavy policy. And our policy is clear. Among others, is we do not discriminate people. As in when we are doing recruitments, we do not discriminate us. And say if you have HIV/AIDS, we do not what? We do not employ you. We don't have that as administration. We ensure confidentiality when handling issues to do with staff health at the workplace. We also do HIV counseling and testing within the workplace. And we ensure promotion of prevention, treatment, care, and support. And like we've done, we also do sensitizations. Now, that is what we bring on board. That's why you now see we partner with institutions like Aviators Run. This is a sensitization drive to our employees and to all the other people out there, more so the youth that we are talking about.
The World Health Organization report shows that over 42.3 million people die annually due to the virus.
We take note that HIV remains a major global public health issue, having claimed at least 42.3 million lives to date. And as we've heard on different media houses or different places, the transmission happens every day.
The Aviators Run initiative, slated for December 8, 2024, will feature youth camps that accelerate mindset change towards HIV among young people.
For us to achieve the 2030, we need to accelerate the awareness program to all the young people. So we are planning to have mindset change youth camps all over the country, region per region. We shall start with the regions with a high HIV prevalence. So we shall go there, organize the youth, and we shall put health camps, and we shall bring counselors, we shall bring doctors, we shall bring mindset change instructors who can talk to these young people. Because most of us, or most of the young people, are getting HIV when they're not conscious why they're getting it. They just do things because they don't know why they're doing them.
The event will also include a scenic flight for the first 2 runners in different kilometer categories.
Yeah, in case we have 3 people, 3 winners, they're going to win themselves a scenic flight from our company. And I believe someone who has put in their effort to run for a good cause, and you've never even stepped in a plane, that could be an opportunity for you.
Charity Marion Imnat, UBC News.
That brings us to the end of all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakon and the whole team. Wish you the best of the night. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Super Soul Sisters ground-based inspiring story grand finale is here with our theme Vision for